we've been talking a lot about routines and why they're so important. And I'm always constantly bringing it up in these conversations we have. I'm talking about why having a good routine is probably the best thing you can do for you to get on track to getting closer towards your goals. But there is no reason it needs to be a massive routine. There's no way you're going to have no routine one day and the next day you're going to have like the biggest routine ever. It's just not going to work. I have a really small routine. I only have a few things every single morning, but I'm working on just nailing those 3 things. Sorry, it's more than 3, but just those few things. I'm working on making sure I'm consistent with those first before I add any more. My routine goes like this. I wake up, I go for a run. When I get back from my run, I've probably spent about 15 minutes walking, 15 minutes running. When I get back from my run, I have a shower. Now it used to be cold showers, but I heard something just the other day that it's a bit pointless having cold showers if you're already, like, it doesn't serve an actual purpose towards your goal. So now I'm just having a shower, but I'll switch it up and maybe have like half cold, half hot. I think they're both good for you, hot and cold. Maybe starting off hot and then finishing it off with cold is really good too. I'll have my run, I'll have a shower. After that, I'll get started on my journal, plan out my day, write what I'm going to be doing, my tasks that I'm going to achieve, and then I have breakfast. And while I'm having breakfast, I'm listening to a podcast and doing a little bit of research on my laptop. If it's a sunny day, I'll be out on the deck and I'll be playing around with Tilly, my cat. And this is a very simple routine. It's only a few things. I run, I have a shower, I have breakfast, I do my journal, and that's basically it. And I'll film one of these YouTube videos. In some cases, I film them at night. That's why this one's at night, because this morning I didn't do it. So it's the matter of getting consistent of doing it in the morning. That's why I only add one thing once all those other things are down pat. I've been doing them every single day and I've been smashing them out. And even like the running, like I'll do it like 5 times a week. I won't go every single day. So when it comes to like having a routine, it's just nailing those few things. You might start off with just one thing that you have to nail. Just make sure you do that every single day. It's like, okay, at 6:30, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to wake up at 6:30 every single day. But the reason you have a small routine is so you can build up those few habits and you're really good at those. So by the end of it, it might take you a few years, but by the end of it, you might have 5 to 8 things you do in your morning before you start work that you built up over time. You just added one every few months. That's okay. That's completely okay. You don't need to be... There's a lot of people that they get so hyped up at the start of the year. They're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, man. I'm going to smash this out. It's just not the case. If you do try it, doing like all these amazing things in the first few months, you will stop eventually, and then you'll get to the point where you're doing none of them. So you may as well build the foundations and start from the start. Build one thing, cool, I do that every day, add another thing. And it's good habits too. It's not bad ones. You don't want to be waking up every morning being on your phone for like hours on end. It's just a waste of time. And you don't want to be doing anything that's not productive either. For me, even being on my run is productive. Because 1, I'm fueling the body, the blood's pumping, I'm waking up, I'm being more alert of what's going on. And 2, I'm listening to a podcast, and I'm listening to something that's helping me with my everyday, with my life, with my job, with my profession, who I am as a person. So you can double down on that as well. there's no reason these things can't be productive for you. You don't have to be just sitting there scrolling TikTok, watching TikTok and eating your breakfast, when you can be eating your breakfast and maybe learning something, maybe doing something new. I started recently learning Norwegian, and I've been learning Norwegian every single day. It's not random, it's always been a thing. I want to go to Norway, and I have a respectable thing that if there is a country I want to travel to respect them, I want to learn their language. So I've been learning Norwegian until I can afford a little trip for myself over to Norway for a week. So I didn't start with just like doing that every single day. I did it like 3 times a week, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, and now I do it basically every single day. You don't need a massive routine. It only has to be simple. It has to be easy. It has to be aligned with who you are as a person. Maybe you're not a runner. Maybe you're a reader. Read a book for like half an hour. Learn something new. Make sure that you're not wasting your time, and make sure that whatever your goals are, what you're doing in your everyday morning, this is how I think about it. I think about the person I want to become. What does that person's morning look like? Every single day, what does that person do? What would he do? And I thought, well, he would run. He would get up in the morning every day and run. And then he would get back and he would eat breakfast while working on the laptop a bit. And then he would have a journal, and he would be out on the deck having a cup of tea or like meditation or something. Or he'd have the weights. He'd be working out in the gym. Now I've just gotten good at running every day. So it's not anytime soon that I'm going to introduce that, but I have introduced weights. I got these 10 kilogram weights. I've introduced those every morning as well, and I'm slowly going to build that up. But I want to become the type of guy that shows up to use the weights every day. I don't want to be the guy who is like massive and jacked. I just want to be showing up every day. That's the person I want to become first. And then we can work on building all the skills. But if you're not consistent and you're not building that consistency, there's no point to doing it, because you're not going to end up doing it. So, yeah, I hope that was helpful.